What do you think about this bank business?
What do I think about the bank business? I think they should go.
What?
I think they should go.
The banks should go? Where do you think they should go? Do you think we should run the banks?
That would be better than who's doing it.
All right then. Anything else you'd like to say to the general public? So you think we should fire him?
Fire him.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir.
100 years ago, there was a populist movement that was serious in this country. And the first focus of that populist movement was the banks. And one of the things they demanded was that they be broken up because they were essentially monopolizing the money of this country. We can't allow this to happen again. We need to nationalize these banks and not nationalize and give them back to Wall Street. We need to nationalize them and keep them under our control or break them up so they're so small that they will never again need to be bailed out by the taxpayer. So were you all angry at the Bush bailout, $700 billion to the banks?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Well, have things changed with the new administration?
No.
Well, not enough yet. That's where we come in. The new administration, the Geithner plan, has a public-private partnership to buy up toxic, I want to say toxic waste, but toxic assets from the banks. And it's supposed to make the banks clean and able to lend again. Well, that money is being fronted by the taxpayer, by us, by ordinary workers, and what happens is that we take the risk with that huge amount of money, up to $1 trillion. That's $1,000 billion. We stand to gain just a little bit, a fraction of what the banks get, but we stand to lose most of it. So if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, this looks like another Bush-Bolton bank bailout, and we've got to change this whole system of propping up the banks, propping up a system that is not helping the people. That money should be going to health care. It should be going to education, child care, jobs for now and in the future. That's where that money should be going, not to zombie banks, zombie bankers, and zombie shareholders.
We really are in deep shit, and and protest, as valid and necessary as it is might not be up to the task. We need to figure out how to take things over.
I would just like people to learn to connect the dots with the situation that's happening with banks. If people really realize where that money is going and who's being benefited by the money, then I think that they would be outraged. The major banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they were on the board of AIG before AIG failed. I mean, they were there. Then they're getting money from taxpayers at almost 0% interest. Then they're loaning it out to us so kindly at 4% or more. You have to have pristine credit these days to even get one of those loans. How many people do we know are in that category? They're picking and choosing, and they're going to go into big derivative issues once again because that's where they make their dollars. They're on the board of the Federal Reserve Bank. It's all connected, and I just want people to start to realize these people are robbing and transferring the wealth from the majority of people in this country to the very rich. Just connect the dots, people, and get mad.
You have been served.